place or mine?
My place, Admiral Corbett, and you're going to drop me off. And try not to run us into the ocean, please.
Now, surely you jest. I only had but one drink.
Well, you're not driving like that. Good night, Don.
Kid? One little nightcap, huh?
You'll never make it home.
Coffee?
All right, come on. Don?
Mm-hmm.
You're overdoing the lecherous act. Enough is enough.
But I haven't had anything.
We'll work on it some other time. Drink your coffee and go home. We both have to be in the office at 0700.
I'm talking Tarzan and Jane, and you're talking shop.
Down, boy. Drink the nice coffee.
You know what it is? You are still hung up on Harley, right?
If I were still hung up on Harley, we wouldn't have split up. Simple as that.
Well, then, if it is as simple as that, then why don't I just spend the night?
Because you haven't been invited. And that's not going to do you any good.
Will you admit it? You are crazy about me. Now, will you come on and dance? Put this down. Come on.
Oh, Don. Please.
Forget about the Navy. You want me, don't you?
You're going home in exactly 3 minutes.
Security, Lieutenant Brownell. Take it easy, we'll be right there. Ernest, let's go.
I had to shoot him. I didn't have a choice.
He's dead.
Mac, you look beautiful.
Not bad for an old sea dog.
Yes, especially for one who's never been to sea. A little tight in the seat there, Commissioner.
Commander Mildred, he's been on active duty since this morning.
Oh, yeah, well, if the United States can take it for 2 weeks, I suppose I can. I'll get it.
That woman has no patriotism.
None at all.
None.
Besides, it's not that tight in the seat.
Hi. John Paul Jones will be ready any minute. You want some coffee?
Thanks, Mildred, but I don't think we have time.
Ta-da! What do you think, Charlie?
You look terrific, sir.
Thank you.
Hope you're not just saying that, Sergeant.
Well, Sally, this is it.
I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, it's a rough war. You won't see him till tonight.
It's the idea of it, Mildred. It's a whole strange new world.
I know, 30 minutes away. He does it 2 weeks out of every year.
This is active duty, a naval base.
All right. He sits in an office behind a desk, as opposed to the other 50 weeks of the year where he sits in an office behind the desk.
There's no glamour in your soul, Mildred. Not an ounce.
We of the Broom Brigade, Commander Commissioner, take a different view of things.
Let's go, Charlie.
Have fun.
Goodbye.
Don't take any wooden anchors, Admiral.
hate to think how this stuff's gonna pile up while I'm gone.
Well, why don't you do some moonlighting, sir? Drop by the office a couple of times a week.
I can't be a police commissioner and a naval officer at the same time. It's against the law.
Well, then I guess it'll have to stay piled up till you get back.
On the other hand, I don't see why we couldn't meet a couple times, have lunch. No law against old friends having a friendly chat.
Very good, sir.
Commander McMillan, reporting in.
Oh, yes, sir. Captain Stiles is out right now, but he's expecting you. If you'll just go down the corridor, second door to the left, Commander Campbell will take care of you.
Thank you.
Commander McMillan.
Yes.
I'm Petty Officer Bell. I'm going to be assisting you for the next 2 weeks.
Good morning.
May I take your bags?
Yes, thank you.
How do you like your coffee, sir?
Well, hot, strong, cream, sugar.
Okay, fine.
Commander Campbell. My name's McMillan.
The well-known police commissioner, isn't it?
Well, not for the next couple of weeks.
This must be something like hard duty for you, Commissioner. Leaving your police empire behind.
I'll survive. I take it you don't care much for police commissioners.
Oh, I don't mind police commissioners. It's JAG reserve officers I haven't much time for. Commander Campbell. Don't be ridiculous, Tybo. You're dealing with a 37-day UA. Now get your 6016R and throw him in front of a summary court-martial. You do remember some of our Navy terminology, Commander. UA.
Unauthorized absence.
Commander McMillan, Captain Stiles is back in his office. He'd like to see you if you're not busy.
Thank you. Captain?
Mac, damn good to see you. Has it been a whole year?
I was thinking the same thing, Captain. It's good to see you.
Sit down.
Thank you.
How are things on the outside?
Well, there are more good guys than there are bad guys. We're hanging in there.
Well, the same here. We get busy, we get quiet in waves. I guess it's probably tied into a full moon. Mac, these little tours of duty must be kind of dull. How would you like something challenging this time?
Well, I'd love it. I don't get much legal practice these days.
That's the spirit. I want you to handle defense counsel, second-degree murder.
You're not serious.
The defendant's name is Catherine Boone. She's a lieutenant.
You are serious.
According to the lady, lieutenant named Donald Corbett tried to rape her. Lieutenant Boone took exception to his attitude, pulled a gun and shot him. I need you.
Well, sir, I don't mean to question your judgment, but I haven't been in front of a jury for 12 years.
Mac, I haven't got anybody else.
There's not one JAG officer available?
Got a half a dozen bright young fellas. Several of them knew the deceased. A couple of them are too green to handle a murder. What choice do I have there, Mac?
Sir, the question is, would I be any better?
You've been out of action for some time, but you've got something substantial to fall back on.
I know. My housekeeper mentioned it just this morning.
I'm not pretending you're the best man for the job. Just so happens you're the best man I've got.
Captain, excuse me. I've turned over that Article 32 on Vincent to Moore. He's going to need some help.
Oh, I'll talk to him after lunch. Have you two met?
We certainly have. Captain, you mentioned a shortage of experienced officers. It seems to me that Commander Campbell will be more than qualified.
Oh, he is more than qualified, but he's playing the other side of the fence.
Trial counsel.
Campbell's the government. You're the defense.
Commander?
You have your work cut out for you, Mac. He's one of our best. Oh, incidentally, I told Lieutenant Boone you'd be stopping by this afternoon. You'd better go over this in the meantime.
Thank you, sir.
He wouldn't go. He became mean and vicious. I couldn't believe it was the same person. He said I'd been teasing him all night and he wasn't going to stand for it any longer. He said he was going to take what he wanted. He started hitting me and tearing at my clothes. Then he slammed me back against the desk and he said if I didn't cooperate he was going to have to get rough with me. I don't remember how it happened, but I must have reached in the drawer because suddenly the gun was in my hand. I didn't want to shoot him. I just wanted to frighten him, but he kept coming toward me, and then the gun went off, and why did it happen, Commander? I didn't want it to happen. I mean, was that right? Did I have a choice?
I don't think so. But that's what we'll have to convince the court. Now, let's see, you and Lieutenant Corbett worked in supply, became friends, but you didn't begin dating until a few weeks after your separation from your husband. Is that correct?
Right.
What was Lieutenant Corbett like?
Oh, he was warm, outgoing, uninhibited. He had a way of saying provocative things, so that they didn't really sound provocative. They sounded playful. Good-humored.
How did he act that night? Anything different?
Not really. He was always terribly presumptuous, not terribly subtle. He kept saying, if we're going to wind up spending the night together, why put up a fuss?
Well, how much of a fuss did you put up? I mean, was he usually physically aggressive?
In a way, he was. He kept touching me, and I kept pushing his hand away, but he didn't take Don very seriously.
Well, yes, Lieutenant, but at the risk of sounding callous, we can't build a case on Lieutenant Corbett's good nature. Now, let me tell you again, I have been out of practice for quite a few years, and you do have the right to hire a civilian attorney. You also have the right for additional counsel from the Navy or any other branch of the service.
Captain Stiles explained that to me, and I told him I wanted to have the chance to talk to you before I made up my mind. I have, if you'll take me.
Well, looks like we're stuck with each other. Lieutenant, if you will excuse me, I have about a dozen years to catch up on.
Please make it, Kid. And thank you, sir.
Goodbye, kid. What else I can tell you? I'm apprehensive, rusty. Contrary to what people think, self-defense is not a license to kill. The law says that any potential victim must use reasonable force under the circumstances. That means that I'm going to have to prove that if she didn't kill him, she definitely would have been raped. That's going to be quite a fight. And my opponent, Mr. Campbell, is pretty sharp.
Well, I think it's fabulous. The whole thing, it's absolutely fabulous. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Really?
Mac, you're going to be a lawyer again. A practicing lawyer. How many nights did you toss and turn wondering whether you made the right decision in giving up law and becoming a police commissioner?
Once, when I had a ptomaine attack after the policeman's ball.
The purity of the law You're going to be the happiest man on earth.
I like being a police commissioner.
Mac, you're going to be another Clarence Darrow. They're going to be flocking to you. You're going to be turning them away at the door.
Sally, I stand a good chance of losing this case. Right now, I'd say the odds are 20-80.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You're going to win on your closing speech alone, you know. I can see it all now. Another Emile Zola.
Well, I better get back and start writing it.
Why, aren't you coming home tonight?
No way. I've got homework till dawn.
How am I going to go to sleep without those cold feet on my back?
Maybe Mildred could help you out.
Great.
Oh, tomorrow morning I want you to contact Sergeant Enright and show him his list of people.
Jack Porter and Gina Davis. Who are they?
Potential defense witnesses. Jack Porter in particular.
Huh, he works with Naval Services too. But he doesn't have a rank.
He's a civilian. Gina Davis is his girlfriend. The four of them were together the night of the murder.
And now they've disappeared?
Well, they're away on a camping trip for 3 weeks. I don't know where. Just give that to Enright. He'll know what to do.
All right.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Bell.
Thank you.
Is that strong enough, sir?
At this stage, turpentine wouldn't be strong enough.
You don't need coffee, sir. You need some sleep.
What I need is an insight on Lieutenant Donald Corbett. How does the all-American boy end up trying to rape somebody?
I'd like to talk to you, Commander.
If you need me, sir, I'll be outside.
Well, you've got quite a mess on your hands. Why go through with it?
What's on your mind?
Well, let's face it, Commander. You've got a weak case. The lady invited seduction. So where's the self-defense?
That's propaganda. You talking about a plea bargain?
No. The defense looks for the deal. All I try to do is sell it to the convening authority. But if you wanted your murder charge knocked down to manslaughter, I might be willing to cooperate. All you have to do is plead guilty.
That's all?
Lady gets 5 years and a dismissal. And you're off the hook.
The lady gets 5 years in prison and gets booted out of the Navy. I get to keep my pride, and you get your case on a nice silver platter. You're generous to a fault.
I'm dealing from strength.
You're dealing from an excess of self-esteem, Commander. I'll talk to the lady. It's her decision. But if she takes my advice, the answer's no.
Suit yourself, Commander.
If you ask my advice, the answer's no.
I don't know. Maybe I should.
Sure, if you set out to murder him. But you didn't. It was self-defense.
I guess I'm just panicking.
You're just reacting to Campbell's scare tactics. It's cheap intimidation. Don't. Look, kid, I know it isn't going to be easy, but we are going to prove that Corbett attacked you without provocation and placed your life in jeopardy, okay?
That must be Harley again, Commander. Would you mind?
Hello? Oh, yes, Commander. This is Stewart McMillan, Kids Defense Counsel. Well, I'm afraid she's busy right now. Yes, of course I'll tell her. Goodbye. I wish you'd talk to him, kid. I mean, separation or not, he's your husband. And he's concerned.
I can't talk to him or see him right now. I feel so clumsy about everything.
I'll be at my office if you need me.
Commander?
Yes? Yes?
Thanks for everything.
Bye, kid. Thank you.
I just tried again, sir. Still nobody's home.
That's a hard one. I go to court in a couple of hours. My wife's missing, not to mention my housekeeper.
Maybe they just went out shopping, something like that.
Mrs. McMillan, for one, does not rise with the dawn bell.
Commander McMillan's office. Got it, thank you. Time's confirmed, sir. Court convenes at 10:00.
Commissioner? Hi. I took the day off. I wouldn't miss this for the world, sir.
Charlie, what did you find out about Jack Porter?
Who? Porter?
Jack Porter. Don't you remember you were supposed to help locate Jack Porter and his girlfriend, Gina Davis, for this trial?
Sir, this is the first I've even heard about it.
Sally didn't contact you at all?
No, sir.
Oh, no. That's what happened to them. Sally and Mildred.
All rise.
The court will now come to order.
This court will now come to order. All right, Catalona, what's this all about?
Well, the accused ran a stop sign, north end of Tompkins Bridge, Your Honor.
Mrs. Sally McMillan. How'd he plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Give him the $2, sweetie.
Who's she?
She is the eyewitness to the supposed perpetration, Your Honor.
What?
She was in the car, Your Honor.
Oh.
If I may be permitted my opening statement at this time, Your Honor. A simple citizen is not on trial here, but rather the entire judicial system.
Mrs. McMillan, will you give him the $2?
The prosecution rests its entire case on the stop sign at the north end of Tompkins Bridge. Now, is that substantially correct?
Substantially.
Well, then by what tangled logic does this misguided public servant put me under arrest? There is no stop sign at the north end of Tompkins Bridge.
She's crazy, Your Honor.
Pay the fine.
I object, Your Honor. That is libel.
If it was anything, it'd be slander, Mrs. McMillan, which it isn't, because that's not what we're here for. You sure about that sign, Sheriff?
I nailed them myself last winter, Your Honor.
Well, then you did a poor job. It's not there now.
Regis, you still got that awful thing with the sawed-off muffler outside?
Yes, sir.
This court hereby appoints you a special committee to check on the sign.
Yes, sir.
You're both from San Francisco?
Yes, sir.
You're a little off the beaten path.
Yes, sir.
Vacationing?
No, Your Honor, actually, we're looking for someone. Maybe you might be able to help us. It's a Mr. Jack Porter.
He's, traveling with a friend, Your Honor, if you know what I mean. Gina Davis.
I thought they were married.
You know them? Maybe you could help us find them. It's really important.
Well, sure. I mean, he was riding with the grocery store. I believe that's his Jeep out there. As a matter of fact, they're coming there right now.
Your Honor, do you think I could talk with him for a moment?
I suppose so.
Mr. Porter? Jack Porter?
Yeah.
Do you think I could talk with you for a moment?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Sally McMillan. I've been looking all over for you two. Do you know about Don Corbett?
Corbett, yeah. What about him?
He's dead. better get back inside.
All right, we'll leave for San Francisco in the morning. Tell your husband we'll be happy to cooperate.
I know he'll appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, Your Honor.
All right, special committee, what did you find out?
Like the lady said, Your Honor, the sheriff should have used bigger nails.
Where'd you get that?
I found it down by the riverbank, Sheriff. It looks like it fell off the post at the end of the bridge.
I'll take that.
Case dismissed.
Let's get out of here before we end up on the rock pile.
Is this the gun, Lieutenant?
It is, sir. It was lying on the floor near the body of the deceased.
Let the record note that the witness has identified government exhibit number 1. Lieutenant Brownell, let's get back to the call you received. Could you describe the accused's tone of voice over the telephone?
It was kind of a monotone, sir.
Not excited or irrational?
No, sir.
Would it be fair to describe the accused's voice as calm?
Yes, sir, it would.
No further questions. Your witness, Commander.
Lieutenant Brownell, after entering Lieutenant Boone's house that night, did you speak to her?
Yes, sir, I did.
Could you describe her tone of voice then?
That was about how she looked, sir. Kind of dazed.
Would you call it a monotone?
Yes, sir, I believe you could.
Did she slur any of her words?
No, sir.
Could you describe her voice as calm?
Yes, sir, I believe you could.
The same calm and rational voice you heard over the telephone?
Yes, sir.
And yet you describe her voice and her appearance when you spoke to her in person as dazed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, in your opinion, her voice was dazed when she called you in the security office. Is that correct?
I guess so, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant. That's all.
Hey, beautiful. How was that for neat lawyering? Well, excuse me, miss. When I said beautiful, I didn't mean that you were beautiful. I meant that he... not that you're not... Excuse me.
Mr. Seelig, you are the manager of the officers' club at this station?
Yes, sir, I am.
You were working at the club on the night of Lieutenant Corbett's death?
I was.
Did you see Lieutenant Corbett and Lieutenant Boone at the club that evening?
Yes, sir, they were there.
How did they act toward each other, Mr. Seelig? Casual? Indifferent?
Anything but. I mean, the way they were dancing together, real close. For my money, it was kind of embarrassing.
What else about Lieutenant Boone and Lieutenant Corbett attracted your attention, Mr. Seelig?
Well, at one point, they moved off the dance floor into this kind of dark area, and they kissed.
A fraternal kiss?
No, sir, anything but. Me, I'd call it an X-rated kiss.
A passionate kiss?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Seelig, wasn't it possible that Lieutenant Corbett forced Lieutenant Boone off the dance floor? Forced his attentions on her?
No, sir. From what I could see, the lady was giving as good as she got.
And did they go beyond the kiss?
Well, no, sir, not right there, but for my money, a kiss like that in public means all the way in private.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. The witness will confine himself to answering the questions.
Your witness, Commander.
Seelig, are you married?
Yes, sir.
And prior to your marriage, I presume you courted more than one young lady?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever kiss any of these young ladies?
Yes, sir.
Passionately?
Yes, sir.
X-rated?
Well, yes, sir, I guess so.
And did you have affairs with every one of these X-rated young ladies?
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant. The witness's premarital sexual prowess has no bearing on this case.
Your Honor, the witness has inferred that the accused's participation in a kiss constituted an invitation for seduction. I'd like to prove it otherwise.
Objection overruled.
Mr. Seelig? Did you have affairs with all these young women?
No, sir.
Well, isn't it possible then that the accused, along with some of your young lady friends, was willing to enter into an X-rated kiss without inviting her partner to go all the way?
I guess so.
Could you speak a little louder, sir?
I guess so.
Thank you.
You're not eating your sandwich, sir.
Well, I'm not very hungry.
Because of the trial? Sir, you're doing so very well. I think you're fantastic.
It's too early in the first quarter. No score, just a lot of razzle-dazzle on both sides. But they've got Naaman.
Commander! Commander! Commander,
What is
my wife is on the phone.
Where is she?
She's out of town somewhere, sir. I heard the coins dropping in the machine.
Sally, where are you?
Mac, I've got the most terrific news for you.
Is Mildred with you?
Of course.
Are you all right?
We're fine.
I told you to send Enright out to look for Porter.
That's the good news. We found Jack Porter and Gina Davis. They said they're going to head back down there tomorrow.
And the bad news?
Bad news?
The bad news.
Well, I mean, if you could call a transmission bad news.
How bad?
Oh, not really that bad. The station manager says he ought to be able to have it fixed up good as new. And not really that much either.
How much?
$275.
How long?
Well, he says it shouldn't take more than a couple of days.
Where are you?
Well, we decided to take the back road. We're in the cutest little town about an hour north of San Francisco. The only trouble is that the bus doesn't leave out of here till tomorrow morning.
All right, give me the details. I'll see if I can find somebody to pick you up.
Captain Emerson, you had dinner at the Officers' Club on the night of Lieutenant Corbett's death. Is that correct?
It is.
Lieutenant Boone and the deceased, Lieutenant Corbett, were at a nearby table with another couple. Is that correct?
It is.
Sir, would you describe Lieutenant Boone's behavior that evening?
Indiscreet would be a kind word.
In your opinion, then, would you say that Lieutenant Boone exhibited a loose pattern of behavior?
I would. Her conduct was unbecoming a naval officer.
Thank you, Captain. No further questions.
Captain Emerson, you condemned Lieutenant Boone's behavior that night, yet you failed to mention Lieutenant Corbett. Now, doesn't it still take two to tango?
A man responds to a woman's signals, Commander.
You mean it couldn't be the other way around?
A naval officer would not behave that way in public unless he was incited, Commander.
Sir, Lieutenant Boone is a Navy officer.
But she's a woman.
Oh, I see what you mean. She couldn't help being a woman first and an officer second.
You want to say it that way? Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Is that it?
Oh, yes, that's it.
Friendly? They were a lot more than friendly. See, I waited on their table at the club, so I kind of had a front row seat.
Would you say that Lieutenant Boone and Lieutenant Corbett were openly affectionate?
Like a couple of puppies. Corbett's hands were roaming, and the lady wasn't putting up that much of a fight.
During the course of the evening, while you were serving drinks, Miss Farrell, did you overhear any of their conversation?
Yes, I did.
What did you overhear, Miss Farrell?
Well, at one point, I heard Lieutenant Corbett lean over and say, "Let's get out of here and go get a room and lock ourselves up for a couple of days."
Did you hear Lieutenant Boone's reaction?
I sure did. She said, "Why waste the money, Don? Why don't you just move into my place?"
Thank you, Miss Farrell. Your witness, Commander.
Miss Farrell, have you ever been propositioned?
Once or twice.
Outrageously?
Well, I'm not quite sure what kind of proposition you're talking about.
Oh, the kind of proposition you don't take seriously. For example, somebody comes into the club and suggests you could run away with him to the South Seas. You know he's married, he's joking. That kind of outrageous proposition. Sound familiar?
It sure does.
Are you insulted?
No, I'm not insulted.
Annoyed?
No.
But you do put them in their place.
Oh, it's not a question of putting them in their place. I mean, not if they're not serious to begin with.
So you go along with a joke. Someone says, hey, Terry, let's run away to a South Sea island. You answer, sure, when do we leave? Sound familiar?
It sure does.
Friendly sarcasm.
Yeah.
Miss Farrell, when Lieutenant Corbett suggested taking a room for a few days, Lieutenant Boone answered by saying, why waste the money? Why don't we move into my place? Wasn't she, in fact, responding with friendly sarcasm to an outrageous proposition?
Well, that was different. She...
Thank you, Miss Farrell. No more questions.
You may step down, Miss Farrell. The hour is late. We'll recess until tomorrow.
All rise.
See you in the morning, kid.
I saw the last few minutes, sir. You were really good. I think you got him worried.
Yeah. About as worried as a barracuda. One of these sessions is going to move in and tear me to pieces.
Lieutenant Reese, you double dated with Lieutenant Corbett on 3 separate occasions, is that right?
That's right.
Did you ever personally observe Lieutenant Corbett make advances to the young ladies that he dated?
Well, yes.
And did you detect anything dangerous in these advances? The actions of a sexual psychopath?
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is highly qualified to discuss the psychological aspects of Lieutenant Corbett.
Sustained.
How did the women react to Lieutenant Corbett?
They liked him.
Oh? They didn't fear for their physical well-being?
No.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Reese, earlier you mentioned that you double dated with Lieutenant Corbett on 3 separate occasions. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And was Lieutenant Corbett accompanied by the same young lady each time?
No, sir. He dated the same girl on 2 of those occasions.
2 different young ladies in all?
Yes, sir.
Did he know these young ladies well?
Pretty well, sir.
Well enough to be having affairs with them?
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant.
Your Honor, trial counsel himself has anticipated the defense. It is he who placed the sexual mores of the accused at issue in this trial. Would he now deny me the right to cross-examine on an issue of his making?
Overruled. The witness may answer the question.
Lieutenant Reese?
Yes, sir. I believe he was having affairs with them.
He told you as much?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Reese, earlier you indicated the 2 young ladies who dated Lieutenant Corbett were comfortable with him, that they in no way feared for their well-being. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, Lieutenant Reese, why in the world would they be frightened of Lieutenant Corbett's sexual advances, when in fact they already had been intimate with him?
I don't know, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant Reese. No more questions.
May it please the court, the government now calls Joanne Nelson to the stand.
Objection, Your Honor. The defense has not received notification of this government witness.
Commander Campbell?
The government has only recently secured this witness, Your Honor. Notification of intention was forwarded to defense counsel yesterday afternoon. I can only surmise that it's been delayed in channels.
Either that or the trial counsel hoped the witness would be admitted without challenge.
Is the defense counsel calling me a liar?
That's enough, gentlemen. You will direct your remarks to the court and not to each other. In view of the circumstances, this court is adjourned until such time as the defense counsel can properly examine the witness.
All rise.
Well, he sure pulled a fast one, didn't he?
Just as annoyed at myself. I couldn't locate Joanne Nelson. Campbell did. We could talk to her.
I like Don. I liked him very much. We didn't get to know each other too well, just a few months, but I had the feeling that we had a relationship and that it might develop into something even stronger. But now he's dead. I still can't believe it.
Miss Nelson, has Commander Campbell instructed you at all?
Instructed me. I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, I mean, has he discussed particular questions and possible responses from you as a witness?
Except for a few moments this morning. The only contact I've had with Commander Campbell has been by telephone, when he located me back east and asked me to return for the trial.
Well, thank you, Miss Nelson.
Well, then, you dated Lieutenant Corbett half a dozen times or more. Is that right, Miss Nelson?
Yes, that's right.
What did you do on these dates, Miss Nelson?
Well, we went to the movies once or twice. We had dinner out, that sort of thing.
Did you and Lieutenant Corbett have an affectionate relationship?
Well, I suppose we were normally affectionate for the amount of time we knew each other.
Held hands?
Yes.
Kissed?
Yes.
Embraced, caressed each other from time to time?
Yes.
Was Lieutenant Corbett an aggressive companion, Miss Nelson?
Well, yes, but not in a serious way.
Could you explain that?
Well, Don, Lieutenant Corbett, was the sort of person who was familiar with people right from the start. I suppose the things he said and did might have been a little, well, unsettling coming from somebody else, but coming from Don, you accepted them.
And Lieutenant Corbett, being Lieutenant Corbett, I suppose he made more than one proposition the very first night you met.
Yes, sir, he did.
Did you accept him, Miss Nelson?
No.
You didn't encourage him at all?
No.
Didn't you and Lieutenant Corbett have an affair, Miss Nelson?
No, we did not.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to.
You refused his advances?
Yes, that's correct.
Are you trying to say that he never once managed to maneuver you into a compromising situation?
No.
Miss Nelson, are you trying to tell this court that the same man who propositioned you countless times over half a dozen different evenings never once succeeded in forcing himself upon you?
No!
Well, thank you, Miss Nelson. Your witness, Commander.
No questions.
We didn't do too well on that one, did we?
Well, he can't even cross-examine her without making it worse.
Your Honor, the government rests.
Very well. I think that does it for today. Court stands in recess until 0800 tomorrow morning.
The Fresh Fish and Pizza restaurant?
Mildred thinks it's good. Speaking of Mildred, she and Sergeant Enright ought to be here pretty soon.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
I need this.
You look so down.
I took a beating today.
I know. Joanne Nelson.
Campbell used her like a booby trap. I saw it coming.
Oh, well, that was today. Tomorrow you start your defense. You're going to run over him like a tank.
Some tank. How do I prove self-defense?
I seem to recall something about reasonable doubt. They're the ones that have to prove murder.
Thank you, loyal cheering section. I really must go. I'll grab a couple of sandwiches on the way.
Mac. You rat! All this going on and you remembered our anniversary.
Why, he wouldn't forget no matter how busy he was, would you, Commissioner?
That's great.
Sit. I'll take that.
I really have to be going. I'll grab
Commissioner,
a slice.
I think you better sit until this little celebration has run its course. Excuse me. Oh.
Commander Boone, you and your wife were married for 5 years prior to your separation. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Would you describe your wife as a fun-loving person? Like to go out at night? Dining? Dancing? Parties?
Just the opposite. Kit liked her home. She liked to be home.
Would she be inclined to drink a lot?
Seldom drank at all. Had to be an occasion for Kit to take more than 1 or 2 drinks.
Could you describe your wife's character as exemplary?
Without hesitation.
What was her general reputation in the community?
I don't know anyone who had a bad word to say about Kit. She was and is an honest, decent person.
Thank you, Commander Boone. Your witness, Commander.
Commander, you and your wife have been separated for the past 2 months, is that correct?
That's correct.
What was the cause for the separation, sir?
Objection, Your Honor. The trial counsel's question exceeds the scope of direct examination.
Overruled.
Why did you and your wife separate, Commander?
We weren't getting along.
Can you be more specific?
She wanted to work to stay in the Navy. I wanted her at home.
Was this a conflict of recent development, Commander?
No. We discussed it from the time we were first married.
Mm-hmm. You work at the supply center, do you not?
I do.
As does your wife.
Yes.
Lieutenant Corbett was also assigned to supply.
Yes.
Is it true that your wife and Lieutenant Corbett worked rather closely together?
I believe so.
The chronology of the situation strikes me as interesting, Commander. For something like 5 years, you and your wife stay together, despite a conflict of interests over whether she should or should not resign from the Navy. Then 3 months ago, Lieutenant Corbett arrives at this station and is assigned to supply, where his work brings him in close contact with your wife. And then, 2 months ago, you and your wife decide to separate. Isn't it true that the developing relationship between your wife and Lieutenant Corbett contributed to that situation and separation?
That is a lie.
Is it not true, Commander Boone, that your wife had already made a romantic relationship with Lieutenant Corbett weeks before she killed him?
No!
No further questions.
Yes, sir. I've known Kit Boone for quite some time. And she was different that night. Now, by that I mean, Kit is a very private person. She works on dignity. And it must have been something very special to make her act that way.
You mean something upsetting?
Yes, sir. I think so.
Would you have any idea what that might be?
Yes, sir. I think I do. I believe she was upset over her separation from Commander Boone.
But they'd already been separated for several months. Why would she pick this particular evening to be upset?
Well, I think it just finally caught up to her. Those were very rough months on Kit.
After leaving the officers' club that evening, Lieutenant Boone and Lieutenant Corbett accompanied you and Miss Davis to your home. Is that correct?
Yes.
What was her behavior at your home? Was she equally outgoing?
No. By the time we got to my place, she was fairly quiet.
Was she intoxicated?
No, sir.
What was her attitude toward Lieutenant Corbett by then?
She was cool, on top of the situation. She was back to being Kit.
And how long did they stay at your home, Mr. Porter?
Well, let's see. They went for a dip while I packed. All in all, they were at my place about an hour.
Thank you, Mr. Porter. No more questions. Your witness, Commander.
Mr. Porter, you and Miss Davis aren't married.
No.
Nonetheless, Miss Davis shares your residence with you, does she not?
Yes.
How long have you been living in this state, Mr. Porter?
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant.
Sustained.
Mr. Porter, wouldn't you say the nights get pretty chilly this time of year?
Yes, I would say that.
And yet your guests took a late night dip in your pool. Did they bring their ice skates?
I keep my pool heated.
Uh-huh. Then they brought along their swimsuits.
I don't think so.
Oh? Oh, well, then you and Miss Davis provided them with swimsuits. Isn't that right?
I don't believe so.
Mr. Porter, you did see Lieutenant Boone and Lieutenant Corbett in your pool, did you not?
Yes.
And they were properly attired, were they not?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
You don't remember if their clothes were soaking wet when they left your house, Mr. Porter?
No.
In actual fact, they were swimming in the nude, weren't they, Mr. Porter?
I don't know.
In actual fact, the accused thought no more of swimming in the nude with Lieutenant Corbett than she did of spending the night with him in her own home.
Objection. Overruled.
Excuse us. What happened back at that pool? Were you in the nude?
Yes. But nothing happened. We took off our clothes and jumped in the pool. It doesn't mean we made love that night.
I believe you. It's just that the way it came out back there doesn't do us much good. It's gonna be all right. I saw Hardy back there. Why won't you talk to him?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready.
Still in love with him, aren't you? Am I in your way?
Boy, this is better than a porno movie.
What do you think of Kit Boone?
Oh, she's a lovely girl, except for that one little blight on her record. Murder.
You're not much help.
Kit Boone wouldn't hurt a fly unless provoked by an extreme case of aggravated assault.
That's absolutely right. The defendant exercised nothing more than reasonable and prudent force in protecting herself against the infliction of grievous bodily harm.
Very good. You two may take over. I'm going to take a shower.
Mildred, what are you making for breakfast?
Bacon and eggs.
Ah, that's what I smell. The bacon.
The bacon is burning.
Hello? No, I'm sorry, I can't come to the phone. He just got in the shower. Maybe I can help you. What? Hold on a second. Okay.
$1.89 a pound. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You sure about that? Okay, well, I sure appreciate all the help you've given me. Yeah, okay, if we're ever out that way, right. Okay, bye-bye.
Who's that?
That was the caretaker at the Pleasant View Cemetery in Grinnell, Iowa.
He called you?
No, I called him. Before that, I called the record section at the base, and before that, Joanne Nelson called you, but you were in the shower and couldn't talk, so I just took it upon myself to do a little investigating.
A little investigating of what?
Well, it's really kind of strange. Joanne Nelson wanted to send some flowers to Lieutenant Corbett's grave. So she called the record section at the base and she asked where he was buried. And they told her he was buried in his hometown, Grinnell, Iowa. So when she went to send the flowers, they told her no such person was buried there. That's why she called you. She thought maybe you would know where he was buried.
Which I don't.
Well, that's what I figured. So I took it upon myself to call the record section at the base and do a little double checking.
Using my name as your authority, of course.
Oh, naturally. You know what they told me? The same Pleasant View Cemetery in the same Grinnell, Iowa.
The caretaker of said establishment you then took upon yourself to call. Long distance.
Mac, Joanne Nelson was right. Lieutenant Corbett is not buried there. You know what the caretaker said? He said he's never heard of a Corbett family living in Grinnell, Iowa. Now, he ought to know, don't you think?
Probably just a clerical error.
I think it's kind of strange, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Commander. Can't do a thing for you without some kind of authorization.
The shipment of a body is not exactly a military secret. Now, what's the problem?
I just can't release that information without an okay from the senior medical officer, sir.
Who's away for the weekend?
Sorry, sir.
I don't know if he's a fanatic for regulations or he's hiding something.
It doesn't matter because I've got it.
What?
I've got the information you were looking for.
Huh?
Lieutenant Corbett's body was shipped to a federal cemetery in Langston, sir. Well, I just peeked at a few clipboards, that's all.
Pretty sneaky.
Hey, Mac! Sally! What's up, Mac?
I don't know how I got involved in all this, sir, but I seem to be looking for a body. Do you happen to know where Lieutenant Corbett is buried?
Some small town in Iowa, isn't it?
According to his records, yes, sir. He's not buried there.
Well, it's probably some paperwork foul up. I'm sorry I can't help you. Good to see you, Sally. Take it easy, Mac.
Fine officer. Lousy liar.
He didn't even ask you why you were looking for Lieutenant Corbett's grave.
He's covering up something. So is everybody else. Corbett was stationed in San Diego before he was stationed here. Let's go down to San Diego.
Excuse me. What'd you find out?
I checked with the base supply officer, Captain Faraday. Corbett worked for Faraday.
Ooh, that's progress.
Not really. Faraday never met Corbett.
I don't understand.
Corbett was listed on supplies personnel roster, but on detached duty status.
Detached to where?
I checked with records, I checked with personnel. They don't know a thing.
What does that mean?
It could mean that Corbett was never stationed on this base.
Well, all of this makes absolutely no sense at all.
I have one more stop to make. Are you okay here?
Sure.
What's the score?
14-3.
Oh.
Him.
Oh.
Ready?
Here it is, sir. Lieutenant Donald Corbett, 1516 July.
Listed as a transient. Do you remember it all?
Sorry, sir, I wasn't even working here last July.
Thank you.
Sir?
Major Antonio.
How do you do?
Hi. I knew Corbett back in Hawaii, and the last I heard he was in San Francisco. Well, you might check up there.
Don Corbett is dead.
How did it happen?
A shooting accident. How well did you know him?
Pretty well. We roomed together.
Who was he working for back in Hawaii? Major, it's important. I'm investigating his murder.
Well, I don't suppose it matters much now. Corbett was with NIS, Naval Investigative Service.
May I have a word with you, sir?
Oh, Mac, I want you to meet George Pauling. George, this is Commander McMillan.
How do you do?
How are you?
Sir, if you have a minute.
Sit down. Mac, as a matter of fact, George and I were just talking about you.
I think you might like to hear what I have to say.
George can hear anything you have to say.
Very well. I'd like to know why I've been kept in the dark about Lieutenant Corbett. Why didn't you tell me it was with the NIS?
I know that you went down to San Diego, Commander. I didn't know you'd got that far.
George is the head of the NIS here on the base, Mac.
I don't know whether I'm a rabbit or a dog, but I want an explanation.
Corbett was with the NIS, of course. We brought him down here to investigate a series of burglaries at the base over the past year. We put him in supply because someone there in supply was feeding the thieves with precise information. Bills of lading, warehousing locations, arrival dates, methods of shipment.
How did my client come into this? Is she a suspect?
One of several.
Is that why Corbett was dating her? Then you think she was working with the thieves, found out Corbett was with the NIS and murdered him.
That's what it looks like, Commander.
But you're not sure?
Corbett contacted me a couple of days before he was killed. He said that he was zeroing in on the informer. I have to assume that he was talking about Lieutenant Boone.
Then, gentlemen, you got nothing. Unless Lieutenant Boone loses the case. Then what you'll have is somebody to squeeze, dangle a prison sentence over her head until she tells all the people involved.
You're in the business, Commissioner. What would you do?
I'm not in that business. And right now I'm the defense counsel. Is that why you put me up against somebody like Campbell, to make sure she'd lose?
Come on, Mac. The situation is all fouled up, but there's no conspiracy involved.
Is there another name for it?
I want to make one thing straight, Mac. Before you came on the scene, I made the usual option for Campbell. Government or defense. He chose trial counsel because he always chooses TC. And if you're pushing conspiracy, just chew on the fact that Campbell doesn't know what you know about Corbett.
I'm sorry.
Sustained. Oh, everything's all messed up around here, Mac.
NIS thinks she killed him because she was involved in the burglaries. There's also the possibility that she knew nothing of the burglaries and that she indeed killed him in self-defense. Now, how do I defend her?
Go straight down the line with her, Mac. Play it like this meeting here never took place. It's the only way.
Let me repeat that, Commander. As far as government security is concerned, this meeting never took place.
We are not supposed to mangle justice. We're supposed to preserve it. You two have your jobs. I have mine. And right now, I'm going to defend my client. If I have to repeat every word from this meeting.
Commander McMillan?
Yes?
Sir, my name is Louis Nunez. I'm the bartender here.
Yes?
Sir, I've been to trial several times. And each time I thought I should talk to you.
Go on.
Well, I was here that night, sir. And I saw something at the trial that no one mentioned.
Saw something? The night of the murder?
Yes, sir. I saw Commander Boone here in the club. He and Lieutenant Boone were having a terrible argument. He was furious, shouting at her. But she didn't say anything. She was trying not to cry. And then the commander hit his wife, sir. Very hard across the face. Lieutenant Corbett came over and tried to be a gentleman, but he was drunk. So the commander just pushed him aside and left.
Louise, would it be all right if I got back to you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, did you find Captain Stiles?
I certainly did.
What'd you say about Corbett being involved with Navy intelligence?
He affirmed it. And there's a lot more.
Mac, for the first time in my life, I am more tired than I am curious. You can just tell me about it in the morning. Home, James.
Sally.
Nope.
Just one more stop, I promise.
No.
Then I'll tell you about the argument.
What argument?
There wasn't any argument. You must be mistaken.
Oh, kid, somebody saw the two of you.
Saw Harley haul off and smack you in the mouth.
It's too complex.
Go ahead.
No, you don't know. You don't understand. It's too complicated. It's too difficult. Oh, well. I knew I'd have to tell you sooner or later, though.
Tell me what?
I lied to you. I lied to everybody. It didn't happen the way you think. After Don and I got back to the house that night, he did make a few passes, but he didn't attack me. Even if it was in his nature, he was too tired. He said he'd only had one drink, but it must have hit him pretty hard. He fell asleep on the sofa. I tried to awaken him, but it was useless. There wasn't anything else to do, so I went into my bedroom, got into my nightgown, and went to sleep. It must have been an hour or so later. I was fast asleep, and then there was a noise, like a car backfiring. When I went into the living room, Don was on the floor. He'd been shot, and a man was running out the front door. A man in a uniform, a Navy officer. It was Harley.
Why didn't you bring this out before?
Remember you said I still loved him?
Of course I do.
I do. Oh, Mac, he was so desperately jealous of Don. That's why he came to the club that night. That's why he was so furious with me. Don't you see, in a way, I am responsible for Don Corbett's death. That's why I wanted to protect Harley. He killed him for me.
So you decide to take the blame. You take off your nightgown, you put on your uniform, tear it up a little bit, mess up this living room, put fingerprints on the gun.
Don was dead. Nothing could hurt him anymore, and I thought if I cried rape, well, at least I could protect Harley.
Don't you realize you're protecting a murderer?
Yes, it was tearing me apart. That's why I couldn't face him.
Sally, I know how tired you are, but I've got to make one.
Stopping.
Just waiting for the light to change.
Saw Kit. Said all the wrong things. Acted about as stupidly as a jealous husband could act.
Thank you.
I slapped her. I'm less proud of that than anything that's ever happened between us. So, I don't blame her if she doesn't want to see me anymore, if that answers your question.
Kit says there's a lot more to it than that. A lot more. She says you killed Don Corbett. She's changed her story, Commander. No rape attempt. No self-defense. She said she caught a glimpse of a man running out the door. She says it was you.
That is incredible. Why would she say something like that?
I thought you might know.
I don't know. The whole thing is an insane lie. Well, why would she say something like that? Why would she do that? Does she hate me that much?
According to Kit, it's the other way around. Took the blame to protect you.
Until now, suddenly she's stopped protecting me. Is that right?
She claims she can't live with it any longer.
No, it's got to be the trial. She must figure she doesn't have a chance. Came up with this wild story.
Maybe.
Now, none of this makes any sense. Kit, pulling the trigger on that thing, killing another human being. She hated that gun. Wouldn't even let me put bullets in it.
Hey.
Oh, Mac, I've got to get some sleep.
Sleep? You've been asleep for 10 hours.
That all? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at court.
I worked out a continuance until tomorrow morning. So I want you to close those little eyes and get some rest. I'll be gone all day. Mildred will be gone all day, and the house will be nice and quiet.
What's Mildred doing?
She's out with Enright. They're doing a little job for me.
What kind of a job?
Just checking gun shops, sporting goods stores. We're splitting San Francisco between us. Well, I gotta go. I don't want you to move all day from that bed, you hear? What kept you?
Gun shops? What are we going to be looking for in gun shops?
Bullets.
Bullets? We've got a whole box of them in the dresser drawer.
Not anymore. I ate the last one this morning. Any luck?
Oh, no, sir. That's all bad. I was counting on you.
Well, it's been an interesting day, but what was it all about?
It's an idea I had.
You see, Mildred, we're trying to find anybody who might have bought .35 caliber shells.
And you couldn't find any with all the bullets they sell in this country?
35 caliber's an odd size. Not very many guns use them.
Lieutenant Corbett was killed with a .35 caliber. It's a French Dardanelle.
Ariel, Sally, and Belgium.
Well, the day wasn't a total loss. I saved $500 not buying everything I tried on.
That basis, Sally had an even better day.
Yeah, Denison's must be great. They're twice as large as anybody else.
I don't know. We didn't go to Denison's.
Oh.
Did you cover Denison's?
I thought it was on your list.
Not here.
Not here either.
See you back at the house.
Have you got any money?
Not a dime.
Brian Mosley. Who's Brian Mosley?
I don't know, sir. Sounds familiar, though. Brian Mosley. Wait a minute. Does the name Benny Carr mean anything to you, sir?
Sure. Small-time loser.
He's Brian Mosley. That's one of the half-dozen aliases that Benny Carr uses.
Do you think you can put your hands on him?
I think so, sir.
Let's go.
Hey, come on, come on! I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not just talking about a parole violation, Benny.
You come on, Benny. One of those bullets killed somebody.
Now, what are you trying to pull? I never used a piece of my life.
If you didn't do it, then you better start talking.
All right. I bought these .35 calibers. Some guy I never seen before gave me $50 to pick them up. So I made me an easy 50. That's all I know.
You must be getting old, Benny. You don't even lie good.
Come on, Benny. We're waiting.
Vince Wagner. But I don't know what he used them for, I swear it.
Vince Wagner. Isn't he in the grand theft business?
The last I heard, sir.
Yeah. I got on she's pretty busy these days. What about it, Benny?
How would I know? I told you.
He's been knocking off the Navy at Treasure Island, isn't that right? Sure, you know all about it. Look at the look on his face. I bet you've been in on some of those jobs.
Hey, give me a break, will you? Something for something. What do you say?
Go on.
Maybe I've been in on one job. I swear it. One job.
Something for something, Benny.
Wagner's going to pull off another one. Tonight.
Sir, he should have been here almost an hour ago.
How reliable is that man you picked up?
Carr is very unreliable. I just hope he was scared enough to tell the truth.
It's cold enough to freeze meat in here.
Mac.
Drop your guns, you're covered.
You're under arrest.
10 more minutes and the old man's gonna blow his top.
Think he's up to something?
McMillan? I think he got smart. Took off for Alaska.
Your Honor, I'm Sally McMillan, and my husband asked me to tell you that he'll be arriving shortly, and he regrets any inconvenience to the court.
Would it be presumptuous to ask where Commander McMillan is right now?
No, Your Honor, it wouldn't be presumptuous. It's just that it might be a little bit embarrassing. He's in the men's room putting on his uniform.
My apologies, Your Honor. I've been unavoidably detained.
The next time this happens, Commander, you will be unavoidably charged with contempt. This court will come to order.
All persons present when court recessed are now present, Your Honor.
All right, Commander, you may proceed with your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense calls Lieutenant Catherine Boone to the stand.
You said I wasn't going to have to testify.
Trust me.
Do you swear that the evidence you shall give in the case now in hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please give your full name, rank, organization, and armed force.
Lieutenant Catherine Boone, Naval Station, San Francisco, United States Navy.
Are you the accused in this case?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Boone, is it true that you and Lieutenant Corbett were alone in your house the night he was shot?
Yes, sir, that's true.
And is it also true that he was quite drunk?
Yes, sir.
So drunk that he fell asleep on the sofa in your living room?
Yes, sir.
So drunk that he never threatened you, never attacked you? In fact, the need for self-defense never arose?
Yes, sir, that's true.
And isn't it also true that you did not shoot and you did not kill Lieutenant Corbett?
Yes, sir, that's true.
What's he trying to pull?
I don't know. But I think I'll just let him hang himself.
What was that all about?
I don't know. I'm sure Mac knows what he's doing.
He does?
Commander McMillan, are you aware that your new line serves to undercut the case you've put for the defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. However, let me assure the court that this new line of questioning is dictated by newly found evidence and not due to the incompetence of the defense.
Very well.
Your witness, Commander.
Now, let me see if I've got this straight, Lieutenant. You are now saying that Lieutenant Corbett did not attack you on the evening in question?
Yes, sir.
Did not attack you. Does that mean that he did not intimidate you in any way?
Yes, sir. He did not.
Did not threaten you?
He did not.
You had no fear for your physical well-being?
None, sir.
And you did not shoot Lieutenant Corbett?
I did not shoot him, sir.
Then if you did shoot Lieutenant Corbett, it was not because you were defending yourself. Is that correct?
If I had shot Lieutenant Corbett, it might have been because I was defending myself. But I did not shoot him.
No further questions?
Recall Jack Porter to the stand.
Yes, I've known Commander Boone for some time.
Prior to his separation from the accused?
Yes, I've been acquainted with both Commander Boone and his wife for some years.
Mr. Porter, would you describe Commander Boone as a man with a jealous nature?
I suppose so, yes.
Subject to fits of rage?
Well, we're all subject to fits of rage on occasion.
I'm talking about Commander Boone, Mr. Porter. Is he a man subject to fits of rage?
I suppose so, yes.
Mr. Porter, did you happen to witness an argument between Commander Boone and his wife in the officers' club the night Lieutenant Corbett was shot?
Yes, I did.
In fact, wasn't it a one-sided argument? A fit of rage on the part of Commander Boone?
Yes, I suppose so.
And isn't it true that this fit of rage was caused by Commander Boone's jealousy of Lieutenant Corbett?
Yes.
And isn't it true that Commander Boone climaxed his argument by slapping his wife across the face?
Yes, that's true.
And isn't it true that Lieutenant Corbett, arriving at the end of the argument, attempted to interfere on Lieutenant Boone's behalf and was roughly shoved aside by her husband?
Yes, that's true.
Mr. Porter, if I were to tell you that Lieutenant Boone did not shoot Lieutenant Corbett, that she indeed had been lying in order to protect somebody, who do you suppose that would be?
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're getting at, Commander.
I'm getting at the fact that someone other than Lieutenant Boone murdered Lieutenant Corbett. No accident, no self-defense, just murder. Who do you suppose that would be?
I don't know.
Oh, I think you do, Mr. Porter. When Lieutenant Boone heard the shot, she rushed out of her bedroom into the living room, just in time to see the killer running out the door. A man wearing the uniform of a Navy commander. A man wearing steel-rimmed glasses. A man with a jealous nature. A man subject to fits of rage. Who do you suppose she saw?
You mean Harley Boone really killed Corbett?
That will be quite enough. Let me admonish those attending this court as spectators. If there are any further outbursts, I will clear this room. Commander McMillan.
Mr. Porter, when I asked you who you thought Lieutenant Boone was protecting, you mentioned a name. Would you repeat that name, please?
I said Harley Boone. I also said that I could not believe that he killed Corbett.
I can understand your incredulity, Mr. Porter. The fact is, Lieutenant Boone only thought she saw her husband because that's the way it looked to her. Actually, you killed him. You killed Corbett because you knew he was more than a supply officer. You knew he was an officer of the Naval Investigative Service, and you knew he was onto you. Onto the fact that you were supplying information to a ring of thieves who had been victimizing the Navy for over a year. For days, you've been waiting for the right opportunity to kill Corbett. A murder that would clearly implicate Harley Boone, the same jealous husband who created something of a scene earlier that same evening at the officers' club. With your friend, Miss Davis, fast asleep back at your own house, you drove to Kit Boone's house and waited. Soon enough, the lights went out. And you waited some more. You knew Kit Boone well enough to remember that she kept a spare key in the mailbox. Getting in was no problem at all. Corbett wasn't a big drinker. He told Kit himself he'd only had one drink. But since you drugged the one he did have, you weren't surprised at all to find him passed out on the sofa. You went right ahead with your plans. As a gun fancier, you examined Harley Boone's souvenir pistol more than once. You knew it was still kept in the desk in the living room. You also knew it was kept empty. But that wasn't a problem either, because you brought your own bullets. All you had to do now was kill Lieutenant Corbett in his sleep. And then wait a few seconds until Kit Boone came running out and saw you leaving. Of course, Kit Boone didn't know it was you. Dressed as you were in the uniform of a Navy commander, wearing steel-framed glasses, she thought it was her husband rushing out of the house. Later, the situation took an unexpected turn, didn't it, Mr. Porter? Lieutenant Boone decided to take the blame for Corbett's death in order to protect her husband. But that didn't matter much, did it? You were still in the clear. Somebody else was on the hook.
Commander McMillan, as this is a murder trial, I've allowed you to make these accusations against Mr. Porter. However, at this time, before the witness is required to answer any questions, he must be advised of his rights.
I agree, Your Honor. Mr. Porter should be advised of his rights at the earliest opportunity, inasmuch as he's to be placed under arrest at this time. The base commanding officer has been consulted and has agreed to surrender Mr. Porter to civilian authorities.
Very well. Are such authorities present in this court?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to introduce to the court Sergeant Charles Enright, San Francisco Police.
With your permission, Your Honor. Jack Porter, I hereby arrest you on charges of murdering Lieutenant Donald Corbett and on charges of conspiring to grand larceny. It is my duty to tell you that anything you say at this time can be used against you in court.
Under the circumstances, I'm going to grant a continuance until such time as new information concerning this trial has been properly evaluated.
All rise.
Well, Kit? You okay? Commander Campbell,
I could have stopped you, Commander. You were so irregular on this that a second-year law student could have shot you down.
But you didn't.
Now, there seems to be some faint chance that your client is innocent.
Commander, while you may be lacking in affability, should the city of San Francisco ever find the need for an attorney, you're hired.
Here we are, milk and cookies for our very own William Jennings Bryan.
William Jennings Bryan lost the biggest case of his career.
Well, maybe he can win on appeal.
Thank you.
You know, Mac, what I've been thinking?
Never.
Kit and Harley Boone. Now that she's not on trial for murder, do you think they're going to get back together?
Harley's already moved back into the house.
Oh, that's great. There is one thing I've been meaning to ask you. That day that we went to all those gun shops all over San Francisco looking for the bullets, what were we looking for?
The killer. You see, Kit mentioned that though her gun was loaded, it had never been fired. Harley Boone said it had never been loaded, so one of them was lying.
And you thought it was Kit, right?
Well, it looked that way. And there was another cloud over her head, besides murder.
Well, yeah, they still suspected her for burglary.
Right, and as it turned out, she was lying to protect Harley. Tracking down those bullets turned out to be a lucky break. They led me to Vince Wagner, the man behind all the burglaries, and he led me to Jack Porter.
Jack Porter didn't buy the bullets because he knew his name would appear on the registration book.
Right.
How did Porter know that Corbett was involved with the NIS?
I was wondering about that myself till a couple of hours ago. Porter broke down and gave his statement. A week before Corbett was murdered, He and Kit went over to Porter's house for a Sunday afternoon barbecue. Porter was in the kitchen mixing a pitcher of sangria. The others were in the pool. The phone rang. It was Vince Wagner. He needed some information that Porter kept under lock and key in his bedroom. Just as he left the kitchen, Corbett wandered in, dripping wet. He was looking for the sangria, but then he must have noticed the phone off the hook. He probably started to hang it up, then couldn't help overhearing some of the conversation. What he overheard must have convinced him that Jack Porter was his man. Corbett took the sangria and went out to join the others. When Porter came back in the kitchen, he spotted the tracks, figured out what had happened, realized that Corbett, the new supply officer, was something else.
And that something else was the NIS. And that's why he was murdered.
Exactly.
You know, Kit Boone and Don Corbett. I know it started out because he wanted to keep an eye on Kit, but I think it was turning into something else, especially on Don's part.
You have the unfailing ability to turn everything into a soap opera. I think he was falling for it, too. Are you still here, Mildred?
Well, yeah, I haven't finished your milk and cookies yet.
Why don't you finish them downstairs?
What about you guys?
Sally and I are going to spend a little time doing what most married couples do.
Oh, we gonna watch television?
Say goodnight, Mildred.
Good night, Mildred.
Good night, Mildred.
Now.
You know, I was looking in the TV guide, and there's this great movie on. Where is it? There it is. King Kong meets Mighty Joe Young. You don't want it.